Hello dear friends, students and viewer. Welcome again in my channel Geographia. So today in this video I am showing you before starting a geological map, and you should know the important tips, tricks, rule and processes. So this is the first part of a geological map. So here I am showing you the different parts of a geological map. You can see this is the river, this is a section line, these are the rock beds. So here 1 2 3 4 and 5, altogether 5 rock beds. Okay, so this line indicates the contour line, this is bed line, this is north line, and this one is scale. Here some important things are, as it is a river, so this is a continuous line, and these bed lines are also a continuous line. So how to distinct these two lines? Here you can see this is continuous line, but the index of this line are different in both sides, whereas when it is a river the index are remain same. In this way you can distinct a bed and a river. Next thing is contour line. So these are the contour lines, and contour line showing by the dash line or space line. So here you can see the value of the contour. Here it is 700, it may be feet or it may be meter. Okay, so now I am showing you the second slide. Here you can see the height is expressed by the spot height, and it is represents like 600, then 800, 400, etc. So the heights of a geological map can be expressed by the spot height. Here you can see this symbol like plus, okay, or positive symbol. So this symbol indicates the horizontal structure, and here you can see this is 45 degree, and the arrow mark indicates the direction of the beds. Okay, and this black line is a section line, and this red line, this red vertical line, is actually the interpolated lines. Okay, so in next slide I am showing you sometimes what happens. Actually in some cases the deep values are given. So here are the given deep values. This symbol indicates actually the deeps and the direction, deep direction is shown by map in this symbol, whereas this indicates the deep value. So here you can see this is 7 mean deep value, and the arrow marks represents the deep direction. So that means these beds is inclined towards this side, okay. Another thing, you can easily understood the direction of a bed through its inclined nose. So it looks like a nose, so you can easily understood to see this shape. Okay, so the direction in is toward northwest direction. Okay, here I am seeing you that the different component parts of geological map, especially the strike line. So this is very much important, that how to draw a strike line. So before drawing a strike line you have to know how to draw this line. So the rules is, if same bed line and same contour line touches itself 2 times, then you can join these points with a line and that line is represents the strike line. So here the value is actually 300. You can see I am zooming in. So here this contour line value is 300. In this way you can see here the point touches the bed line 300, and that's why the value of this strike line is 300, whereas the second strike line, this one is the second strike line, so the value of this strike line is actually 400. So I think it is clear. So to draw a diff or to find out the diff, you have to draw at least two strike line. So here I have drawn two strike line. One represents 300 whereas another is 400. So this, if you take this distance, then it will be true diff, and if you take this distance then it will be afferent diff. Okay, another important thing is the scale. So below the map a scale will be given. Here you can see it is written like 1 inch to 1000 feet or 1 cm to 200 meter. So sometimes what happens, the given scale is like 1 inch to 1000 feet, and sometimes it may 1 cm to 200 feet, but this is not fixed, it may vary map to map. Okay, so if it is 1 inch to 1000 feet, that means on the given map 1 inch map distance represents 1000 feet, and this scale also represents the horizontal as well as the vertical scale. Okay, so it may sometime 1 cm to 200 meter also. Okay, I am going to the next slide. So here I am showing you how to find out the diff. So there are two methods used to finding out the diffs. One is graphical methods and another is mathematical methods. So in graphical methods, in this way we find out the inclination of a bed. So here this brown line represents the horizontal distance between two successive strike lines. That means it is expressed as HD or horizontal distance. So I am showing you what is horizontal distance. So here you can see the horizontal distance. So distance from this point to this point, this is the horizontal distance. So if you take this distance, then it will be true diff, and if you take the distance from here to here, that means over the section line, then it will be treated as afferent diff. So here we can see that this line is represents the horizontal distance. That means either this one or this one. If you take this one, then it will be true diff, or if you take this one, then it will be afferent diff. Okay, so next I am showing you this value represents the contour interval. So contour interval means if I zoom in the map, then you can see there is a difference, contour difference. If it is 700, you can see this is 700, then it is 800. So here the contour interval is 100. So put this value here, and this is known as the contour interval. Here one thing you have to keep your mind, that this horizontal distance here, it is actually in map distance condition. You have to convert this distance into a ground distance, okay, for mathematical methods. But in graphical methods, the horizontal distance, if you take this distance just using divider, you cut this distance and put here, okay, and this distance you have to convert it according to the scale. So if you think the contour interval is here 100 feet, and the scale is 1 inch to 1000 feet, then 100 feet represents 0.1 inch. In this way you draw this line as 0.1 inch. Okay, and if the scale is 1 cm to 200 meter and the contour interval is 100 meter, in such cases you have to take this line as 0.5 centimeter, because 1 cm represents 200 meter. That's why 100 meter will represent 0.5 centimeter. So in this way you have to put the value here. Okay, so next is mathematical method. So in mathematical method, put here the contour interval. For example, put here 100 in this case. Next is horizontal ground distance between two successive straight line. So this is actually ground distance. So here this is actually map distance. So you have to convert this map distance to ground distance. Suppose if the scale is 1 inch to 1000 feet and this distance is 0.4 inch, then this value will be 400 feet. Okay, or if the scale is 1 cm to 200 meter and this length is suppose 0.5 centimeter, then this value will be 100 meter. So after putting these two value, then press the tan inverse and then shift mode degree, and in this way you will get the dip value. Okay, so now I am showing you some special features which lying on the geological map. Here I have written outcrop or outlier and inliers. So these are the outcrops. Here this one is outcrop, this one is actually outcrops here, whereas this is actually inlier, inlier. So what is outcrops? So outcrop is the top oldest rock which actually save the lower beds, whereas the inlier is a valley which is normally made by a river and it is actually exposed the inner beds. So in this way, here this is a inlier and this one is also a inlier. You can see in an inlier a deep valley is formed. So how to know that this one is a deep valley? Because to know the shape of the contour, you can see easily that this is a deep valley. So here this one is actually inliers. And now I am showing you some different features. So here you can see a part of geological map. So here this line, this curved line or curvilinear line represents the river, because the both side of this line is the same index. If the line of both side is the same index, then it represents river, whereas two different index of a line is represents the bed line. So these are the bed lines, whereas this one is a river. Okay, so here no contour is exist, and instead of that here some spot heights are given like 400, then 500, then this one is 500, etc. Here you can see one thing, that is the river is met with this feature. So this is actually a sea or a lake or any water bodies. These features is represents the raised beach, and this symbol indicates the vertical structure, whereas this symbol indicates the horizontal structure. Now I am showing the next slide. Here you can see some igneous intrusion like this one. This one is represents the sills, whereas this one represents the dikes. Okay, actually sill are parallel to the bed line, whereas dikes they intruded in any rock beds and they are normally vertical structure. In this slide you can see here this straight line, black color line, which is shown by F or F dash, and it represents the fault line. So how to identify this fault line? No, first it may demarcated by F or F dash. Secondly, you can see the displacement of these rock beds. Here these beds and these beds are same bed, but it has been displaced. Okay, so in these characteristics you can easily understood then that this is a fault line. So these are the basic information regarding the geological map today I have shared, and wait and subscribe for my new upcoming videos and the second part of this geological map. And thank you for watching.